It's time for you to get over this fight and finish Operation Wall Climber in Armored Core 6. It's RivTech, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to defeat the boss for Operation Wall Climber, the HAT-102 Juggernaut. There's a wide variety of customization in Armored Core 6 that allows you to play every mission exactly the way that you want to. I will show you my build at the end of the video if you want to check that out, but by no means do you have to use that build in order to complete this fight. The only thing that matters here are the tactics and techniques. However, painting your AC to look like it's ready to deliver some freedom doesn't hurt. The Juggernaut will start with a dash attack, get out of the way as soon as possible. What you're going to be looking to do the entirety of this fight is to get behind the Juggernaut in order to attack its weak spot. While this may sound simple, for some it's no easy task. While you're in the first half of the fight, you and V4 Rusty will tag team the Juggernaut. Use Rusty as a distraction to get behind and attack the weak spot. This will also allow you to get the timing down of the Juggernaut. To deliver maximum firepower, I recommend doing a charged melee attack if that's what you have equipped, on top of using your shoulder weapons. Personally, I have 2 shoulder fire cannons, so as soon as I get behind him, I try to hit him with the melee, drop my cannons, and then hit him with my right arm attack. Try to avoid getting hit as much as possible in the first half of the fight because, as you may or may not be aware, the second half is where this fight truly starts. Focus on hovering above the Juggernaut, landing on the top of it, and then going into a melee attack, and then hitting it if you have double salvos like I have on my right shoulders, and hitting it with your main gun. The main focus of this first half is to do as much damage to the Juggernaut as possible before Rusty abandons you and you have to do everything solo. So here we're in the second phase of the fight. There's things that you need to pay attention to that you probably didn't notice before. First is the audio and visual indicators of incoming rounds. As you can see right there, you see red squares coming off of the corner of the Juggernaut. That's letting you know that rounds are incoming. There's also the visual warning indicator that you have incoming rounds. You have to pay attention to those. They'll do a large amount of stagger damage to your AC. Another thing to pay attention to is when you see the sparks fly out from under the Juggernaut, like right here, that's how you know it's going to charge. I found it helpful to stay airborne as much as possible and to do the quick dodge in order to get out of the way of those salvos. Get behind, get it hit in with either your shotgun or your melee weapon like you see right there. But as you can see here, I'm constantly staying mobile. Do not try to fight this fight on the ground. You get in there, get as much damage in as you can from behind like this, and stay trying to float above it. See those indicators? I dodge. If you get a large gap between you and the Juggernaut, use that as time to refill your boost. You'll see me make a mistake right here. I see the sparks. I don't get out of the way in time. I just didn't time it well enough. When I hover, I'm trying to get on top of the Juggernaut in order to get my melee and close combat attack in. Depending on what your build is, that will differ from what I do. Again, visual indicators, here they come. I try to stay in the air, dodge when I can. These are pretty easy to avoid as I get hit right there with some simple timing and dodges. This is why I said to make sure to not get hit as much in the first phase, because you want to save those repair kits for the second half of the fight. As you can see, I'm low on AP right now. What I'm trying to do is stay mobile, get to the back, and from above in order to hit that weak spot. Since you can land attacks from above, using a vertical missile launcher may be a viable option. I haven't got to test it yet. Maybe in a new game plus I'll do that. But for now, I just try to land on the top like I do right here. I drop as many of my shots as I can. Everything's reloading right now, so I kind of just stall right here. But yeah, try to get all those hits in, get back on top. And then it's just the same thing over and over again, repeating that, trying to land on top, get behind, and get those shots in. And then, like I said before, I used the melee to close distance, and that was the final hit that I needed. Sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty, but it's all about getting that dub. They don't have to always be poetry and motion no-hitters in order to get the job done. Lastly, don't make this mistake. Cool guys never look at the explosion. And if you made it this far into the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Subscribing is absolutely free to do. I have a ton more Armored Core 6 content coming your way. Always remember, if there's a boss, I'll help you beat it. I've been RivTech. If you are curious to see my build, stick around. This is a very beginner-friendly build. We start off with the default rifle on the right hand and the sword on the left hand. I use the dual 4-tube rocket launchers to deliver maximum freedom. I use the Melandro 3 head. I use the Melander body frame. They just have higher defense. My big purchase was in the legs just to increase my defense. I have my booster, my FCS. I have my generator, and then that's it. And if you really nerd out over the stats, here's what I have. I love theory building. If you have any room for improvement, let me know down in the comments, but please I ask that you keep it respectful. I appreciate you watching. I've been Rivtech. I'll see you in the next one.